Cheers, guys, and welcome to Uncle Scott's Pancast. It's good. In today's Pancast, we're going to talk about Labor Day grilling. We're going to have an update on those new Matfer carbon steel skillets. Got a little bit more information on those. There's a big debouille sale we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about bacon grease, the incomprehensible metric system, Sam's Club memberships, and more. Let's get started. Okay, big Labor Day holiday weekend around here. It's only 103 degrees outside here in Salt Lake City. Almost warm enough to take off the old sweater vest. I'm going to do a little bit of grilling. Going to go with the Weber charcoal grill this weekend. Going to grill some brats out. There's a local grocery store that this time of year, they have Hatch chilies. If you've never had one of those, they're pretty delicious. And they fire roast them, and then they put some cheese in there and make some fresh made brats. Going with some Hatch fire roasted chili and cheese brats. If we get really crazy, maybe a slab of ribs. So going to do some Labor Day grilling. What are you guys grilling? Let me know in the comments below. And I think we can all just plan on starting diets on Tuesday. Okay, first up, let's talk about shopping. What I've been doing these days is kind of keep a mental shopping list. Always in the back of my mind, I got a list of things I'm looking for. With supply chains, with hyperinflation these days, you never know if something is going to be in stock. And if it is in stock, you never know what kind of crazy high price there is going to be on an item. So these days, if I see something I've kind of been wanting and it's a good price and it's in stock, I go ahead and jump on it. Speaking of which, there is a big Labor Day sale at Debouille. I will have a link to it below. 15% off site-wide. So if you've been looking for, say, a Mineral B Pro, we love the Mineral Bs and Mineral B Pros, now might be a time to jump on one of those. Now, me personally, I picked up a 10-piece set of the B Boys wood-handled spoons, spatulas, turners. I got some old nylon junk I want to upgrade. And I don't care what my wife says. I think with 10 more pieces, there's plenty of room in the old kitchen caddy. Regardless, if you're looking for anything from Debouille, 15% off. It's a pretty darn good deal on Debouille stuff. I will have links to that sale below. John Strongman, I believe he's from Australia, wrote in about the metric system. Is the metric system sensible or incomprehensible? I think it depends on who you are, how you were raised, and where you were raised. So for me, the metric system is very confusing, but he asks, how many liters is 4 quarts. So 4 quarts is a gallon. How many liters is that? It's 3.8 liters. 3.8 liters. And what is confusing here is that means that a liter is bigger than a quart. It doesn't sound like that because 3.8 is less than 4, but the units are not the same. 3.8 liters is the same as 4 quarts. That means 1 liter is bigger than 1 quart. Confusing metric system. Makes no sense to me. Now, why don't they have a metric minute with 100 metric seconds in it? Why isn't there a metric hour with 100 metric minutes? I don't know, but it seems to make sense for certain things and not for others. I put up a video the other day with some details on these updated Matfer carbon steel skillets. Got a few more details to share there. I talked to Matfer again this morning. They say they're expecting these to be in the supply chain early October. So that's the update there. And underneath that video, several people asked, and the most obvious question is, if an updated pan is going to be released in a month or two, should I buy the current one or should I hold off? So it really kind of depends. Should you hold off or go ahead and buy? I just checked on Amazon on this model pan here. It's about $62 now. So I think that's a pretty good price, and they may have a lower price on those to kind of move some of that older inventory to make room for the newer stuff coming in. If you have a gas stove and warping is not going to be an issue, and you've been looking for a Matfer and you see a good price like that, I would go ahead and jump on it. If you have an electric or an induction flat top and warping might be an issue, I would hold off for the newer models. Just depends. A couple people asked what I've been pouring. This is good old Johnny Walker Black. On the inflation front, I saw this week that Sam's Club is going to increase the cost of their memberships. The regular membership is going to go from $45 to $50. And the premium membership, that's the one I have, is going from $100 to $110. And I think that's going to happen in October. So if you're holding off and want to get a Sam's membership, now would be the time to do it if you want to save 10% or so. And I've not seen anything on Costco membership increases. I think the base membership there is $60. And I have the premium membership. Let's see what that one is. The executive membership at Costco is $120. So Sam's was at $100 for the premium. Costco's for their executive was $120. Sam's is going up to $110. So getting in that same ballpark there. But the message here is that prices are going up. Let's talk about bacon grease for a second. Someone named Steve Swoka1 wrote in, and he's talking about a carbon steel cleaning video we did when we cleaned up some bacon grease. And he says, does dumping bacon grease down the drain hurt your, does it clog up the sink and hurt your plumbing pipes? First thing is, I don't pour pure bacon grease down the drain. When I cook a pan of bacon, we'll either strain that bacon fat and save the majority of it, or if not, I will pour that into a tin can and put that in the trash can. So I'm never pouring a pan of pure bacon grease down the drain. If any kind of cold water hit that grease, it could solidify and kind of clog up the plumbing down there. Now what I do though is when I wash a pan that has bacon in it, I will use Dawn or some other sort of dishwashing liquid that kind of cuts that grease. So with the hot water in the dishwashing liquid, that grease is pretty much broken up. It doesn't solidify in the drain. Further in the kitchen there, the dishwasher, it drains through the same pipe. So you got hot dishwasher water with dishwashing detergent going through the same pipes. I think that tends to break up any little pieces of bacon fat that might be down in there. And I've never had any trouble in multiple decades of cooking doing it this way. So some of it gets in the drain, but not pouring an entire pan of grease in the drain. Doesn't seem to be that big of a deal to me. Dan Smith wrote in about those Stobe enameled cast iron Dutch ovens with the black matte enameled interior. And he says, I bet that black porcelain interior won't be stained up like all the white ones in 4 to 10 years. Now the lighter enameled cast iron Dutch ovens, they definitely do show staining after several years. I bet that the same stains are there on the Stobes and the black matte interiors, but you just can't see them. Okay, make sure you check out the links to that big Debouillé sale. Have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Pancast.